Ahoy! Do you like to spend the day lazing on a lake or catching a fish for fun? Perhaps you're more inclined to get your workout on the river. Stay tuned for the next Parks Rec and Roll to learn all about fishing and boating here in the county. Montgomery County, Maryland is lucky enough to have dozens of lakes, rivers, and ponds. This means opportunity for water sports and recreation. Today we'll check out Little Seneca Lake, Lake Needwood, and Clopper Lake. We'll get a lesson on how to kayak,
stressing, and it's a great form of exercise,
as well as how to fish.
Just kind of hold on to that weight as you walk around.
The Montgomery County Department of Parks manages boating programs at two of its lakes, Little Seneca and Needwood, along with fishing and nature programs. First up, Little Seneca Lake at Black Hill Regional Park in Boise.
Okay, we're getting ready to go board our pontoon boat, the Kingfisher, at Little Seneca Lake. This is Tina Stratura. She is our naturalist. Tina does our boat tours. She does all different kinds of nature programs, runs our summer camps. When they originally formed the town of Boyd's, it was made for the railroad. And the gentleman that formed the town, Colonel Boyd, had his farm here. And here's the old road right here for Black Hill Road. This is where you used to be able to drive through the valley. And that's the remnant of the road. There were many, many farms in this area. Now they're mostly under the lake, and so we see some of these trees here. It's actually part of the original forest and farmland that was here. This is actually considered a trophy bass fishing area. It's one of the best kept secrets for largemouth bass fishing in the state of Maryland. And they're really neat, and that's one reason why this is such good fishing here, is because these almost act like little corals. You know, like in the ocean, they provide perfect habitat and hiding places for fish. The trees, we call them snags. They're dead, but they still provide great habitat for birds and turtles and things. We have lots of turtles here. We have red bellies, snapping turtles, painted turtles. But you'll sometimes see a whole family group on there. They all kind of congregate together because safety in numbers. They're vegetarians, so they eat a lot of the weeds and aquatic plants that are here as well. And they're up on the log right now. Oh, he disappeared. To get some nice sun. And they flip out their little back flippers, or back feet rather, and get some nice warm sun because they are cold-blooded. Maryland has no natural lakes. This lake was filled in 1986. It's 505 acres, 5 billion gallons of water. The purpose of the lake is actually as a drinking water reservoir for the DC metro area. So what they would do would be able to open up the dam and release this water into the Potomac River down to drinking spots further down. It also helps feed a trout stream 4 miles down Little Seneca Creek. The lake is fed by 3 creeks, so the lake kind of looks like a big W. It's a great resource for all kinds of wildlife. Oh, there's a buck. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Wow, that's amazing. A sharp chin hawk right there. There's the kingfisher too, flying right up there. A really, really neat little bird. It's a killdeer. Yep, 2 killdeers. Yep, they're a shorebird typically. These are some Canada geese up here, and this is a family. The smaller ones are this year's young. We see so many incredible birds here because of the resource of the water as they're traveling. They oftentimes take a stop here, or they'll spend the whole winter, which is really neat. Black Hill offers, of course, boats that are for rent.
Have you guys ever done the rowboat before?
That was our first time.
Really?
Yeah, we're excited
Okay.
about it.
Well, we're looking for activities for our family. And so with the playgrounds and the lake, the kids love it.
And the Black Hill Nature programs, we do kayak lessons, kayak excursions, and kayak camps. When you pay a fee for our nature program, not only do you get instruction and guidance, but the equipment also comes with it. So it means you can get the kayak, the PFD, and our paddles and our safety equipment come with it, as long as a ACA certified instructor. So you can rent boats and go out on your own, or you can do a program with the Black Hill Nature programs as well. We do a fair number of bat and beaver tours. The beaver lodge can actually rise and fall dependent on the water level. You'll see all the sticks they've stacked on top, and tours to see our eagles, which are residents here on the lake, and also ecology studies as well. That is rose marshmallow. It's related to marshmallow, which is where we get marshmallows from their roots. As you can see, we have a lot of really colorful boats out here, and these are actually private boats that people can moor here throughout the season. We typically start selling mooring sites in February. They're very popular, so we recommend that people come to the visitor center at Black Hill in February as early as they can, because the really prime spots go pretty quickly. You can also bring your boat and use one of 2 boat ramps. Smile. This is Dave. He's one of our volunteer boat captains. We have 3 volunteer boat captains, and they're such a tremendous resource. And we're also looking for more folks that might have boat driving experience that would want a volunteer opportunity working with a boat on the lake. We are going to have a group from a nursing home. They love to be outdoors. Well, our pontoon boat is a really wonderful addition to our fleet here, because we're able to take people that might not be able to get into a kayak or a canoe. There we go. Oh, you're welcome.
I'm Sandy.
I'm Jen Miller. Thank you for coming.
Oh, sure.
You know, if you have some physical issues that don't allow mobility, this is a great way to be really comfortable. You're all in. Bye. To be seated, secure, and safe, and be able to enjoy the great outdoors and the lake.
While we were there at the lake, Susie Hatter agreed to give us a lesson on how to kayak. Get your blades ready.
Hi, I'm Susie Hatter, and I'm the manager here at Black Hill Regional Park, and I want to welcome you to our boat center rental. Black Hill Regional Park is a 500-acre lake. You almost feel like you're in Western Maryland when you're here. You're not going to see any houses. It's just a great place to come for a couple hours. Today I'm going to show you just a sampling of kayaks that we have. We have single kayaks and tandem kayaks. So this is our sit-on-top kayak. It's brand new to Black Hills this year. We have 9 of them. And what is great about this kayak is it's for 2 people, and also you can put a 3rd passenger in the middle. You're going to sit right on the platform. It's adjustable, it's very comfortable, it's very stable, it's very flat in the hull shape. So for a beginner paddler with no experience, this is a perfect boat. It's easy to get into, easy to get out of. If you have a small child, especially if you're a baby boomer, then you're not going to have problems with your knees and back. Or here at Black Hills, we're very dog friendly, so a lot of people come. We have regulars that come every Saturday and Sunday with their furry pets, and the person will sit in the back and the pet will sit in the front. So this is a sit-in style. Again, it's tandem, meaning it's going to hold 2 people. You can paddle it with just 1 person, for example. Put this seat down, and your furry friend, your pet, can go here. Or maybe you have a small child that wants to sit close to you. They sit right on the bottom of the boat. Again, very comfortable, very stable. Great boat for our 500-acre lake. In our singles, we have very different styles of single kayaks. These are single kayaks, meaning they're just going to fit one person. You're going to actually sit in the seat. These do come with a hatch where you can put your belongings if you want to. Very comfortable, very stable boat. Once you get in it, we will help push you out. Again, made for a beginner, very easy. We also have another type of kayak over here. So these are the rails that hold the foot pegs, which are adjustable. So your feet are going to go up against here, which help you use more of your core, which is going to give you some resistance to help you paddle. So when you paddle, you're using your core muscles and not just your arms and shoulders. These are our paddles. We have different types. These are called blades, and we don't feather our paddles, which means when you pick up your paddle, it's already going to be in a fixed position, which is the easiest way for you to paddle your kayak. They're nice and lightweight and really simple and easy to use. When you come here, you're going to grab your paddle, you're going to grab your life jacket. For our kayaks, it's a little bit different because the armhole is much larger, which gives you a lot better range of motion. Main thing is if you fall over, you don't want to pop out of your life jacket. So now we're going to go down, we're going to pick out what kayak that we want. And now you're set to paddle. And you're off. So I've got my feet on the foot pegs. That allows me to have a little bit more strength in my arms. I'm just dipping my blade directly into the water and pushing it out, almost making like a J stroke. And that's your basic paddle. If I need to stop, I'm going to push backwards. That's going to help me turn the boat. And that's about it. So something else about Black Hill that I think is great, not only are we family friendly, we're pet friendly, but our boat rentals are only $8 an hour. You cannot beat that. One thing about paddling that is so great, besides it's fairly easy to do, it's relaxing, you get outside, de-stressing, and it's a great form of exercise. It's very, very simple, not a lot to worry about. Main thing is, you're gonna have fun.
For more information about boating and fishing at Black Hill Regional Park, please call 301-528-3466 or go to blackhillboats.org. So that's Little Seneca Lake. Now let's take a hike over to Rock Creek Regional Park in Rockville to visit Lake Needwood. Here's Ian Garvey to show us the ropes.
Lake Needwood is located in Rock Creek Regional Park. It's a 75-acre lake. It's man-made, and it's a great place to go boating, hiking, fishing. We have rowboats, kayaks, and canoes, and they're all $8 an hour. And then we have pedal boats, which we rent out by the half hour. The pedal boats are very popular, obviously, with young people, and they're great because you don't need any experience at all to use them. And also that you can use them for half an hour. You know, if people are reluctant to get in a boat for the first time, it's a great way to start. With every boat that we rent, patrons are going to get life jackets, paddles, or oars accordingly. We have some canoes that'll seat 3 and others that seat 2. Okay. So we'll want most of the people in the back or in the front. If you can fasten this strap here, yeah, just between the legs.
En medio de las piernas.
Gracias. Yep.
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. You're welcome.
He enjoys going out. He enjoys looking at the birds on the water, and people in the boats.
Okay, so this is one of the 3 docks that we added this year. This is a handicap accessible canoe and kayak launch, and we've got the other 2 easy docks. They've really made it much easier for our staff and the public as well. This is Matt Rose, our assistant manager, and he's going to demonstrate how the canoe and kayak launch system works. So what he did was use the railings here to launch himself, just by pulling himself, propelled himself forward. And then you'll see he can also re-enter the launch with the same ease. Did you have a good time?
Excellent time.
This is the Needwood Queen, our 16-passenger tour boat. And our very own Captain Jim will take patrons between 12 and 4 on the weekends on a 20-minute trip around the lake. We'll see turtles, birds. It's somewhat informative and somewhat humorous, but it's always a good time. The dredging was done to remove the silt that had built up over the years in the north end of the lake. With the dredging, the lake is expanded further up above. You know, before that, where it would have been essentially a field or a prairie, is now lake again, as it was 10 years ago. And so there's more room for boating. It's definitely a healthier fishery. There's deeper holes and cooler water for the fish. For $5.50, you get the cane pole, which is a 2-piece rod, and then you have the line, the float, the sinker, and the hook, all on one spool. So we'll just affix that to the top here, and we'll be ready to start fishing.
That's the first fish you ever caught?
Is it real?
Cool. It is. It's real, guys. It's okay. Put it back in. We want it to live.
We have bluegill, bass, crappie, bullhead catfish. There's also common carp and tiger muskie. So there's a pretty diverse group of fish that people can come and target. We're going to go patrol the lake. We'll be right back. Just watch for, people jumping out of their boats, getting in the water. Make sure everybody's having a good time. We ask that people don't beach the boats, so if we see them on the shore and the people are up in the trees, we'll ask that they get back in their boats and see how the fishing's doing and everything else. We'll also check private boats for permits. So we have the mooring sites over here. It's where we moor private boats seasonally. And then it's a common place for a lot of people to put their private boats into the lake, so we'll check if they're getting their daily permits, make sure they got their life jackets and everything else. What you see up ahead here, this is where all the dredging took place. There's a big beaver lodge here, and when they dropped the lake level down to dredge it, it's pretty incredible to see this goes down another 20 feet or so underwater. There's several beaver lodges on the lake. There's one right next to the boathouse that had young this year.
What do you think the best part of your job is?
Being outside, working on the water, around the water, getting people to catch their first fish or enjoy a boat ride that they didn't think they'd ever want to go on. I think it's facilitating people's experience in the outdoors, getting people outside.
You having fun? Needwood boats can be rented throughout the summer and weekends in May and September. For more information, please call 301-762-1888 or go to lakeneedwoodboats.org. Fishing licenses are required in the state of Maryland for people who are 16 years and older. To obtain a license, please contact the Maryland Department of Natural Resources at 1-855-855-3906 or visit dnr.maryland.gov. You can also purchase them at local sporting goods stores. To operate a motorized boat, you need a license issued by the DNR as well.
Are you wild about Montgomery County? Well, Montgomery County's wild on you. With more than 100 miles of trails and almost 90,000 acres of forested land, the county boasts dozens of great green getaways. These areas alleviate flooding, control erosion, provide habitat for wildlife, and recreational opportunities. Go wild in Montgomery County by exploring a new place to kayak, discovering a unique butterfly habitat, or visiting a nature center. Just check out wildmontgomery.org to celebrate nature at its best.
I want to go swimming. I want to go to camp.
Fitness classes for me.
I want to play softball.
Make everyone in your family happy. Call the Montgomery County Department of Recreation at 240-777-6800. Your recreation destination.
Into each life, a little rain must fall. And what rains on our cities flows into what we drink. The Arbor Day Foundation invites you to plant trees in your community, so the water that flows into our rivers and streams will be clean and safe. The trees in your town also provide shade and song and beauty, clean air, lower energy costs, and higher property values. They are a source of life and a source of pride. Because when a town shows a commitment to planting and caring for trees, it can become a Tree City USA. Tree City USAs have one thing in common. They value trees and all that they do for us. Visit arborday.org to find out how to plant the right trees in the right place. To support Tree City USA where you live, go to arborday.org, because a little rain must fall.
Welcome back. Today's show is all about boating and fishing here in the county. We've dropped in on Little Seneca Lake and Lake Needwood, both managed by the Montgomery County Department of Parks. Now let's see what's going on at Clopper Lake, which is part of our state park system.
Today we're having our fishing program. We do this every other Saturday during the summer, and it's basically a beginner's fishing program, but anyone can join in, from small kids to adults. It starts at 9:30 in the morning, goes to 11 o'clock. It's free of charge. All you have to do is show up. And if you have your own rods and reels, you can bring them. If you don't, I can supply those for you. Now, one thing that's really important is all these rods have sharp hooks on them. And I don't want the hook swinging around and accidentally hooking something other than a fish. So when you're walking around getting bait or anything like that, there's a little weight on here right above the hook. So if you would just kind of hold on to that weight as you walk around, the hook won't be swinging around, and be a lot safer that way.
Come on down. We will get you all set up.
This is strictly a beginner's class. We fish basically with bobbers and worms for the sunfish out in the lake here. And let go of the button and go forward. And so when a fish is about to bite or is biting your hook, you'll see your bobber moving around or go under the surface. When it does that, just kind of reel in the loose line a little bit and jerk it some. And then if he's on there, just go ahead and turn the handle. They're out there. They'll start biting soon, I'm confident.
Bringing in fish time.
Okay, let's get him over to the water tank.
Yay, I got 4 fish.
After they catch them, we collect them and put them in a big clear tub.
Let's carry it over to the fish school.
The kids can see them swimming around in there, and then at the end of the class, we dump them all back in so we can hopefully catch some next time.
So when you're ready to take your fish off, you always wet your hand first, because the fish has a coating of slime on it, and the slime keeps it from getting diseases. If you wet your hand, that slime stays on. so the fish will stay healthy when we let it back into the water. There we go.
My friend Holly, who's here with her son, told us about it. So came from DC. He's for free fishing, yeah. I don't know how to do it, so I thought this would be a good way for my kids to learn. So
We usually have anywhere from 12 to 24 people, but we don't have a sign-up sheet that you have to register on. Ready to cast, you push that button all the way in with your thumb.
I went through the website and then I found out because last year they want to go fishing.
You get to find out different fishes, types of fishes.
And it's like a place where you can like forget about anything and just fish.
It's fun.
In addition to the free fishing classes for kids, Clopper Lake offers boat rentals and pontoon boat tours. Please check its website for more information. So that's it for this edition of Parks Rec and Roll. Thanks for watching.